Hi there, welcome to my channel where females learn about their bodies and optimize their health. Today we are going to be exploring what makes you female, and it's like taking a torchlight and going into the parts of your body that you cannot see from the outside. The reason I decided to start here is because I want you to have a clear picture of what is going on down there. I don't want you to be confused when we start gisting about other health issues and I use terms like ovaries, fallopian tubes and the rest. These terms may sound strange, but you will master them by the end of this video, so don't worry. Let's get into it. So you see a female here, you see a male. What do you think is the difference between these two genders? And some people might say breast and hips because that's the first thing you see, but trust me, you are wrong. Men have boobs as well. Even if you don't take anything away from this video, take it that men have boobs. The only difference is that men don't have the hormones in their body to stimulate their breasts to be as plump as what you see in a female. But the real difference between a man and a woman is actually the female reproductive system, which is what we're going to be exploring today. So I want you to think of this video as sort of like a meet and greet of all the different parts, and we'll have other videos where we look at them in-depthly. Yeah, so this illustration right here is actually everything we're going to be looking at today. Is the full gist of what is going on down there. Forget how plain it looks like. You'll be so shocked to know all the drama that is happening in this system in your body. This is what makes women different from men. This is also what makes it possible for a female to be able to carry a pregnancy. So this picture might look weird, like I said, but it will soon be your favorite image. So wherever you see it, you'll be literally screaming out all the parts. Today, our journey is going to begin with what you know. We'll go up to what you do not know. And our main aim today is just to see what is down there and actually have a brief overview of what each part does. So this is the hierarchy, and we're going to start with what you know, like I said, and go up to what you do not know. And this here is your external genitalia, the part most people are familiar with, the part we clean every day. And this is the part I think many people have different names for. I've heard very crazy names, but this is your vulva. Some people call this the vagina, but this is not your vagina, this is your vulva. People also call it names like coochie, pussy and the likes. Like I think in Yoruba it's even called idi. I'm not sure, please, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I want you to pause this video right now and go in the comment section and actually write what you call it, whether in your culture or the nickname you and your friends have given to it. Like I actually want to learn. So moving on, his real name from his naming ceremony that his parents gave it is vulva, or the female external genitalia, and it is the entrance to this dynamic system that we're going to be looking at today. Mind you, your vulva does a lot more than serve as a pathway leading to this system. It has so many fascinating features, and we are going to be exploring those features in a different video. But for now, just simply say hi to your vulva and understand that that is what this is called. This is not your vagina, this is your vulva. So yeah, we've already seen your vulva, which is this part. This is in between the thighs, and this is the waist of this person here, because I want you to understand the relation of all this to your body. This is the vulva that we just explored in the last slide, and we're going into the vagina. Coming in from the vulva, we have the vagina, the infamous vagina that everybody keeps talking about, and the vagina leads into the uterus or the womb. The lower part of the uterus or the womb is called the cervix, which opens into the fallopian tubes, and these are the ovaries. Like I said, vulva leading to vagina, uterus, which is lower part called the cervix, going into the fallopian tubes, and then the ovaries. I don't know how you want to learn all these words, but you have to learn it. If it's that you write it on a sticky note and place it by your bed, or you sing it in a song, like however your memorization technique, like you just have to learn this part, because these are things we're going to be using repeatedly on this channel. So now that we have seen the different names that each part is called, I want us to now briefly explore what they do. And we're going to start from the outside, like I said, which is the vulva. And the vulva serves as a pathway leading to the vagina. It's also the seat of one of the most intense pleasures you're ever going to feel. But we're not talking about that today. Watch out for my next video where we discuss all about the vulva. But just know that's what your vulva does. So coming in, we have the vagina. And I see the vagina as sort of like an airport, and the reason why I say this is everything going in and coming out of your female reproductive system has to take off or land in the vagina. So let's take, for example, the penis enters here during sexual intercourse, and if ejaculation takes place, the sperm cells are deposited here, and the sperm cells will swim and go and form a baby, which I'll just see in another video. But basically, if pregnancy takes place, the baby still has to come and land in this vagina before coming out into the world at childbirth. So that's why I refer to the vagina as the airport, because everything going in or coming out has to land or take up here. So moving up, we have the womb, also known as the uterus, and it's the ovum where the baby bakes for about 9 months, and it serves as housing for the baby during pregnancy. So when you see someone's stomach being very bulged out or that baby bump, this is actually what gets that big, because it's in this wall here that the baby actually grows during pregnancy. And the lower part of this uterus is called the cervix, and this part is so important. We'll be exploring in a different video when we talk about cervical cancer that has prevention. Mind you, this is the part we're talking about, and the cervix is like the gate man to your womb. Like nothing is just entering your womb or coming out without the cervix allowing it pass. And most of the time the cervix is actually shut, but during some special occasions, like we'll see in another video, the cervix opens up. So just know that your vulva coming into your vagina, then we have your womb or your uterus, and the lower part of your womb or your uterus is called the cervix. So opening out from the womb, we have the fallopian tubes. And this part does not get accolades enough because this is actually the site for love at first sight. Like, sorry, I actually just rhymed there. Yes, as I was saying, the fallopian tubes are the site for love at first sight, and these tubes are actually where your sperm or the sperm meets the egg and fertilization happens. This is where every human being begins, because if sperm does not meet the egg, there will be nothing like pregnancy. You would not be listening to me, I would not be speaking. So these fallopian tubes are actually the site for love at first sight, and we'll be looking at this in detail as well in another video. So coming out here, we now have the ovaries, these two things hanging here, and these are like your inbuilt refrigerators. And I say this because they store all the eggs in your body and keep them cool and healthy for as long as they're there. Fun fact, all the eggs every woman will ever have is already in her body, and her ovaries actually keeps them viable and release them monthly. And when these eggs are being released monthly, to be releasing it until one day all the eggs are finished. And when the eggs finish, that's actually what we call menopause. And I think the average age for menopause is about 45 to 55, I think. And when the eggs finish, that's the end. Like, she cannot conceive again, she cannot get pregnant, except through other means, obviously, but her ovaries will not release any more eggs. But we'll look at all this when we're talking about the menstrual cycle, so look out for that. So yeah, that's actually your female reproductive system. If someone is saying it, you think it's one big thing. It's actually just your vulva coming into your vagina, then your womb with the cervix being the lower end, then the fallopian tubes and the ovary. So yeah, although they all have unique functions, they actually work hand in hand, and we'll be exploring this harmonious relationship when we talk about the menstrual cycle video. So yeah, this is just one more picture showing you its relation to the human body. I want you to understand that these things we're talking about, they're not very big, but they're actually very small. Those are the fallopian tubes there, the womb, the vagina, and coming out we have the vulva. The vagina, which is this pink tube here, is actually about 7 to 9 cm long. If you don't have a ruler, it's like this, it's like the length of your middle finger. So look at your middle finger, and that's roughly the length of the vagina. Then the womb or the uterus is actually also the size of an unripe avocado. So imagine a small avocado getting this big, because it's this womb that the baby is going to grow in. So imagine it's actually getting this large, sorry about that, getting this large that it can accommodate 3 babies for those having triplets. So yeah, this system is pretty awesome. So here's another view. I just want to repeat it once more so you have a clear picture in your mind. Once again, we have the vagina, which is the muscular tube coming into the uterus or the womb, with its lower end being the cervix opening into the fallopian tubes, and then we have the ovaries, which are the refrigerators. Back again, the fallopian tubes, the site for love at first sight, the womb where the baby grows, the cervix, which is the gateman of the womb, and the vagina, which is the airport. And you know why it is the airport, basically. So now that you have an idea what's down there, I want you to pause this video and let me know your favorite parts. Like, I also have a favorite part, but I want to know if it's the same as yours, so let me know. So once again, for a quick quiz, I want you to tell me what part causes this bulge that we see in pregnant women. And I beg, no one should go down there and comment and say the baby. Of course we know it's a baby because she's pregnant, but what part of the female reproductive system actually gets this big that causes this bulge? That's your number 1 quiz. Then your number 2 quiz is how many ovaries does a female have, basically. And yeah, like I said, pause, comment below, and don't even try to skip it. Like, go down. I actually have to know if I'm a good enough teacher, or I need to make these things simpler for everyone to understand. So yeah, this meet and greet was actually quite superb. I wanted to share it with your girlfriend so you don't look like an oversabi when you're saying uterus or ovaries. You guys would also be gisting about so many things to talk about on this channel, and it's so important you know how to use this word, so when they're going through things too, they can be able to communicate clearly with you, and you guys can bond and talk about things they might have not been able to talk about before. So yes, next we are going to be exploring your vulva, and I am just so excited for this one. I cannot wait. And please, before we even get there, I don't want anybody to call this part coochie, vagina anymore. It is your vulva. Put some respect on her name and call her correctly. And I'm so excited for the things we'll be learning in that part, about that part of your body, from the pleasure center, which is the clitoris. We're also going to be talking about the hymen, which is actually the basis for this virgin versus non-virgin hype in Nigeria. And I'll be talking about every single one of them. So please subscribe immediately. Don't act drama. Just subscribe right now. Turn on your notification bell, because every single thing we're going to be talking about is going to be relevant to you one way or the other. And even if it's not relevant to you, it will be good for you to know, so you can share it to other women around you. So I really want this channel to be interactive, so you can reach out to me with any questions or anything you want to say on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll be sure to get back to you on any questions you have, basically. Yes, so welcome to my channel once again, where females learn about their bodies and optimize their health. See you on my next video. Bye.